So LinkedIn is like, you can say, a longer version of your resume.
Job seekers from LinkedIn, what happens behind the scenes?
If you have a keyword software engineer in your profile, will keep on reaching out to you even though you are not looking for a job. Their LinkedIn profiles are empty, like totally empty, which means that...
Hey everyone, welcome back to Learning Bridge. I hope you guys are doing good and staying safe. So 2 weeks back, I uploaded this video with one of the FAANG HR, and you guys just love that video. Whatever information she provided regarding the getting interview calls from top tech companies, FAANG companies, that was app, and you guys definitely helped me to spread that information to maximum number of people. And there I asked one question: do you guys want one dedicated session for the LinkedIn profile related things? You guys said yes, and here is your video. So again, in today's video, the recruiter will talk about using LinkedIn profile efficiently to get maximum number of interview calls. So make sure to watch this podcast till the very end. Don't miss even a single word of it. She is going to share a lot of very meaningful information like LinkedIn profile, its optimization, keyword, SEOs, how you can improve your chances, what kind of mistakes you are making with the LinkedIn profiles, how you can improve, and many other secret things. So that's why this is going to be most useful session for you. And again, I request the kind of love and support you have shown for the previous video, please make sure to do it for this video as well, because this kind of crisp information should reach to maximum number of people, and you guys can do it. Like it in the very big numbers while watching this podcast. Make sure to share your thoughts in the comment, like whatever advices, whatever things she has suggested, whether you have implemented in your LinkedIn profile or not, that will be really helpful. And what other topics and session you want me to cover with the recruiter, let me know in the comments. I will bring her back. And if you are new to my channel and liking these kind of stuffs and videos, make sure to hit the subscribe button and press the notification icon. That is the motivation for me. And thanks to Crio.do for sponsoring this video. Crio.do is a kind of platform which believes in learning by doing, and is the only platform available which helps to learn new technical skills with the help of real world projects. So recently Crio.do has launched their new initiative named as Crio Launch, which is basically India's largest tech externship opportunity for the developers to showcase their skills and get hired by the top tech product based companies. Crio Launch externships are professional project building opportunities where you will be working on real world project and problem statement. So here you can see all the important details related to Crio Launch program. And guys, this is free of cost. Nobody is going to charge even a single penny for you for anything. Completely free. More than 220 plus product based companies will be there who will hire Crio Launch developers. The package range from 12 lakhs to 40 lakhs LPA. Some amazing companies listed down here. You can see how does this entire Crio Launch program works. So 4 simple steps. First, you actually need to take an assessment, which will be a simple coding test. And once you clear that, you need to work on externship projects, get your project reviewed by experienced developer, and become Crio Launch developer with customized profile. Next, interview and get hired in top tech companies. And most important, who is eligible for this Crio Launch program? So student developers in their final year of colleges and working professionals as well with up to 3 years of experience. So if you fall in this category, this is for you. So what are you waiting for? This is a completely free and amazing opportunity to get hired by top tech companies. Customized link is in the description. Use that one and book your slot for Crio Launch program. Again, thank you so much, Nikita, for joining my podcast. And people, like, if you haven't watched our previous video, and many of you already watched it and definitely loved it, and there I asked one question: do you want the next session for the LinkedIn related things, profile optimization and other things? And like, my comment section was filled with that comment, right? We need that. So here is your video. And Nikita, I'm so happy to have you again on my podcast. So it would be great. Now you can introduce again yourself, because I know you have changed your company as well. So it would be great.
Yeah, sure. Thanks a lot, first of all, Shashank, again for letting me come on your channel. I think the last video did amazing, and I was reading the comments and the response. So I'm super happy and excited to again share some insights and like deliver the right information in front of the audience who are your followers. So thanks again for having me. Hi everyone, this is Nikita, currently working as a senior technical recruiter in Uber. And as Shashank mentioned, I just changed my profile. So I'm quite excited to kind of now share that I'm working for Uber. So again, hiring for like a lot of technical people, engineers, and coming from a technical background, myself being an engineer, data analyst, and then now a technical recruiter. So this has been my journey. More than happy to share more and more details.
So Nikita, it would be great. First, like, you can let our users know that why LinkedIn has become so popular nowadays, and being a working professional, how important is it for us?
Yeah, so I think LinkedIn, I mean, as a recruiter, we use LinkedIn Recruiter on day-to-day basis. And as I mentioned in my last video as well, The most of the times recruiters use LinkedIn to find the candidates, to send them in mail messages directly without even them applying for the job opportunities to the career website. So LinkedIn is like, you can say, a longer version of your resume, which is available online, where you need to update everything from top to bottom, make sure that it's 5-star, each and every detail whatever you are writing should make sense, and it should also relate to your resume, and it should be updated. So as you can see in my profile as well, I have already updated, like I'm working for Uber, right? So even if I do a small thing in my professional career, I always make sure that it's updated. And even like, as I said, when you are a passive job seeker, not an active job seeker, then also try to make sure that you're always in the job market. You're getting in-mail messages of the recruiters. You are always in the right way, and your profile is always updated. So LinkedIn is very important and powerful tool for networking as well as to get multiple interview calls.
So guys, you can let me know in the comment section if you are someone who has started LinkedIn in the most efficient way yet or not. But I can guarantee you one thing, after listening this podcast at like till the end, you will definitely get to know that how to use LinkedIn efficiently. So great, Nikita. Now, as you mentioned about the LinkedIn recruiters part, and I think honestly telling about me, right, whatever opportunities, the good opportunities I have got so far, that was because of the LinkedIn. But I was always wondering, trust me, that how even LinkedIn recruiters know that okay, this candidate could be a right fit for you, right? And any recruiter from companies like Amazon, Uber, or any well-known company, they just reach out to candidates. So can you let us know, Nikita, that how do recruiters find and approach job seekers from LinkedIn? What happens behind the scenes?
Yep. I think behind the scene is simple, that we do have a Boolean searches which we use, and in that Boolean search we do have keywords which we use to find the candidates based on the roles we are hiring for. So let's say I'm hiring for a software engineer. So the best keyword is software engineer, right? I mean, I'm hiring and looking for profiles which have the keyword software engineer. So if you have a keyword software engineer in your profile, your profile will start popping up in the search engine of the recruiters, which is like me, and then I will start seeing your profile. And obviously it's just one keyword. I will use maybe 10-20 more keywords like that, and also make my search a little bit more defined. Like let's say I'm hiring for US, then I will add location to US. If you are open to work, then I will have an option for open to work. So there are multiple sections in LinkedIn Recruiter which we will be using and making our search more and more granular. And if your profile have everything sorted according to the roles we are trying to find a candidate, then your profile will pop up and I will see your profile, and if I'm interested and it's matching, then I will go ahead and send you a message, and boom, you will get an interview call. So that is like the standard like process which happens behind the scene. And obviously the goal is to find the relevant candidate so that we can hire the people, and as a recruiter obviously it's my job to hire people. So that is what is happening behind the scenes.
So you mentioned about the keywords part, Nikita, right? So how can someone get to know that what are the right keywords? Let's say I'm someone who saw one job opening on Uber's career page, right? And I read about the job description and everything. So how should I tune my resume, or even how I should tune my LinkedIn profile so that it contains the exact keyword which Uber recruiters is looking for?
Yeah, so again, it depends from role to role. Job description, I mean, if you're looking for a product manager role, you have to go each and every word through the like job description, read through it line by line, and then try to understand what are the keywords, because every job description has the keywords in it. So, and it goes for same for resume as well. So you have to understand that it's a mix of soft skills as well as your hard skills. And as I said, that there are different things in your LinkedIn profile which stands out. And again, if those keywords are coming in your profile, which we are using in our Boolean searches, then obviously your profile will pop up, and no one, I mean, literally, to be very frank, I'm not now looking for a job, but still I'm getting interview calls. So the reason is because when you have keywords in your profile, people will keep on reaching out to you even though you are not looking for a job anymore, right? Because whenever they write for a keyword, or whenever they are searching for it, for the relevant role, if your profile is popping up, obviously they will try to reach out and they will try to see whether you're still open for a role or not.
And guys, again, you can tell me in the comment section so far, like whether your profile was popping up, like did you get like multiple interview calls so far or not. If not, probably that is the possible reason that your profile is not getting popped up, and probably you can make the suggested changes like which Nikita talked about. So can you point out some like common mistakes made by job seekers on LinkedIn, why they are not getting interview calls or not getting approached by the recruiters?
Yep. So as I mentioned, first of all, like there, like some candidates are there which don't even understand like what is the benefit and use of LinkedIn profile. So when I look, and if they're not obviously getting recruiters in-mail messages, their LinkedIn profiles are empty, like totally empty, which means that a lot of their sections in their LinkedIn profile are not completed at all, or even they haven't filled a single line in that. So let's say, for example, someone who's a recent grad or a new grad looking for an entry level role, obviously they might not have a work experience, which makes sense, but they can have projects, they can have internships, they can have like academic projects, even like they have done some let's say they got a scholarship, they have done some boot camp or a degree and stuff like that. Obviously they have done, and every one of us, even like when I was a new grad, I have done some. So you have to make sure each and every section is already there in LinkedIn profile, but you have to complete it. So even if your experience section is not completed in a way that you don't have it, it's completely fine, but still you have hundreds of other things which need to be completed, and which the reason why I'm saying is, again, if you don't add those things, keywords won't be there in your LinkedIn profile, and when you don't have the keywords, chances of you getting an interview call directly through LinkedIn are again very, very less. So that is, or you can say zero, because obviously you won't have it. Someone who has experience, they need to make sure that their experience section is up to date, but other than that, the summary section is there, headline section is there, obviously. And a lot of people like use selfies. I mean, I don't know why they don't understand. I think the difference between LinkedIn versus Instagram versus Facebook. So they need to make sure that it's a professional website. So use it in a professional way. So rather than having a selfie or taking, like, even I've taken seen people taking photographs, like hundreds of people in the background, and I'm like, why? You need to make sure that you have a professional headshot, and it does not even take time or effort or money as well. Like, you can have a good camera, just wear like a coat or a dress or something, wear a little bit of makeup and stand in front of a wall, like a blank wall, and just get it clicked, right? You don't have to go or hire professional people to get professional headshot. So it's very simple, but people don't understand the value and importance of it, and they keep on making the same mistake. So till the time you don't treat LinkedIn profile as your, again, as I say, bigger version of your resume, the problem keeps on repeating, because people don't understand that if our cover photo is not completed or implemented, or it's not updated, they feel that we are not getting any, like, it's not harming us. But in a way, there are candidates who are making their profile updated, who are keeping it up to date, and they getting interview calls. So obviously the chances are higher over someone who is not updating it.
Like the points which Nikita shared, I think that you guys should also implement to increase your chances to get more and more good opportunities via LinkedIn. So Nikita, you talked about the mistakes related thing, and now can you just share some of the best tips, right, to use LinkedIn effectively, and how can someone increase its chances to get noticed by the recruiters?
Yeah, sure. So I mean, as I said, that just sit on your profile, open your LinkedIn profile, and start from top to bottom. Just go through each and every section. Like, it starts from your cover photo, it starts from your professional, like your profile photo, then your headline, then your summary. I mean, because I go to different profiles, so I'm used to remembering like what sections are there. So you can see that I remember it because I know what sections comes after that. But you have to make sure that you drop down and go through each and every section. Just click on it and make sure that it's completed. And it's completed, it does not mean that you're writing one line. Like, I've seen people adding just one line in their summary section. Don't add it, right? I mean, what's the use of even having a one line, right? Like, I mean, so try to understand that your LinkedIn profile is showing to someone that why they should get attracted and why they should hire you. So make an impact, add the numbers, try to complete it, show why you are looking for a job, what was your, like, what you were doing till the past, what is currently doing, and what you are trying to achieve. So when your story is very clear, then it becomes easy for me as a recruiter or a hiring manager to get you an interview call over other candidates whose profiles are completely empty. Like, even certificates, people don't add the certificates links also clickable. Like, when I click on it, they are giving errors, like their project sections are not completed. They don't take recommendations. So like, see, in resume you can't add recommendations. Obviously after the interview process, people can ask you for a referral check. So by LinkedIn profile, when you already have good recommendations, like if you go and check out, I've already taken it from Amazon, like my peers who were my managers, even my hiring managers, I've already taken it. And the reason is not because it's not going to affect me, because I already had it, but I've taken it just to showcase what impact I made it when I was in Amazon. So now when someone is going to read those lines or those paragraphs which someone else has given me while I was in my past company, they will be like, wow, this was an, and I've already got messages where people were like, oh, your manager gave you such a good impression, like that 2-3 lines only makes an impact, that while you were working with them, even for a short period of time or even for a long period of time, how and what impact did you make? What was your connection? They are vouching for you. They are really saying, and that's they're saying in front of like everyone, right? I mean, it's not even like one-to-one recommendation. They are giving it publicly. So when they are doing it, it boosts your profile and it gives confidence to other person that this candidate is a good candidate. So if we hire the candidate, it's going to be good for our company as well. So try to take recommendation. Try to take more skill sets. Make your skills section 50 skills. Add 50 skills. Take more and more endorsements. Try to connect with people through LinkedIn in a professional way. Like they, as I say, I can go on and on because there are so many sections in LinkedIn profile, but you have to really sit on it till you really think that it's completed. And again, as I'm saying, don't try to just add 1 or 2 lines wherever needed. Instead, just try to add like pointers, and try to add at least 4 or 5 pointers, because LinkedIn gives you more space over resume. So in resume, let's say you are adding 2-3 pointers. In LinkedIn profile, you can add 5-6 pointers as well if needed, because it gives you more space and there's no restrictions on the like numbers or things, right? But in your headline section, and I think you were asking, but it just came to my mind about the mistakes. I just thought to add one quickly, like people add open to work in their heading, or actively looking for an internship, actively looking for a new opportunity, actively looking. This is not a keyword. I'm never going to write actively looking or open to new work or open to work. I'm never going to put it in my search, right? As I said, there's an open to work section separately. You can add it to your profile and make it visible, but I'm not going to add actively looking for a new opportunity. So you're wasting your space. So this is also one common problem. People waste their space and they don't understand that this is not something which is going to get us an interview call. Over adding skills like, let's say, again, I'm repeating, I'm hiring for a front-end engineer, or you are looking for a front-end engineer job. So adding React, JavaScript, or front-end engineer, or full-stack engineer, this is going to get an interview call over looking for actively for a full-time role or actively looking for a front-end engineer.
So you guys can obviously refer these tips and make changes accordingly. And once you are done with your changes, do let us know in the comment. Let's yes, you have implemented, and if it makes an impact, that would be really helpful for us. That whatever information we share, it actually help you. And like while discussing this thing, I got the idea as well. Probably next time we can do a kind of section where we are reviewing random LinkedIn profiles. We will definitely announce it first. So let me know in the comment section you need that kind of live session where we are somehow just reviewing the random LinkedIn profiles, pointing the mistakes, and even just pointing if somebody has done a good job while creating the good LinkedIn profile. So let me know in the comment. Cool, Nikita. So I'm not the next question which I'm going to ask, I'm not sure if something exists or not, but is there any kind of hidden feature on LinkedIn that we are not aware of? I mean, as a job seeker, but it can definitely help us to get more and more opportunities. If there is any, you can probably let us know. It will be helpful for us.
Not any hidden feature. I think, as I said, the major problem is that people, either they are not, awareness is not there, or I don't know, if they are too lazy also. I mean, to be very frank, I mean, obviously we can plan for a live session and everything, but I'm 100% sure that people who are going to see this video, they might sit on their laptops and the LinkedIn profile and they might update it, but they might not feel completing it to the 100% of it. And the reason is because they also feel lazy, or I don't know, or might be they don't, I mean, and that's the proven fact, right? I mean, I'm not saying it just because, but I've seen it, that I have given so many people so many advices. Either you give it to someone else who do it, like for example, if I'm doing it for you, then I will do it to the next level. But if they are doing by themselves, then somewhere or the other, either they're not aware what is the importance of this particular section of the LinkedIn profile, or they are like, okay, I mean, maybe we add 2 lines, that's fine with it. So that is like one of the major thing where I think there's no hidden thing, but you just have to make sure that you explore each and every section. And when you really sit on it, because when you dig about, like for example, let's say your certificates, right? So certificates, people think it's not that important to add, like whatever we like, even if it's like Coursera certificates, right? So when I was even doing my masters or my undergrad, both times I've taken a lot of extra certificates, like extra certificates. I don't know why I used to take it, lot of extra certificates, and I used to write each and every, like even like MCAT types of certificates, you won't even believe, right? And you can check out my LinkedIn profile, they're still there. So these type of certificates, they are not, I'm not saying they're going to boost your profile a lot or they're going to do some magic, but they just shows that you are doing something on top of your whatever you're doing from 9 to 5, or you are a student, then also you are building your skills. So people have to understand that they have to add each and every and small things, whatever they are doing, and it's going to take time. Adding everything from top to bottom takes a lot of time and effort, and obviously your energy will be there, but it's worth your time, because in the end you're going to get, I mean, calls from every company. I mean, I can't even tell you how many interview calls I've got from LinkedIn and how many job offers LinkedIn has. I mean, sometimes I think that LinkedIn, if LinkedIn would have not been there, it would have been so difficult, right? Because people do use LinkedIn on day-to-day basis. So people, especially who are looking for remote opportunity, this is a golden opportunity for you to use it, but use it in the right way. So don't exploit it in a way that, let's say you are in India and you're looking for a remote opportunity outside India. So just add open to work, and you can add United States in that. But when you talk to the recruiter, just make sure and tell and confirm, hey, I am in India, but I'm looking for a remote opportunity outside India. I'm not ready. I can relocate if you can give me sponsorship, but I need sponsorship to relocate. So try to be transparent as well. Try to don't fake anything, don't copy paste anything, and try to be real. That is also one of the real things which, and recently I've seen one of the posts on LinkedIn today only, that the person is in India and he got an offer, full-time offer as a SD in Google Canada office remotely.
Awesome.
Yeah, so that is where I think LinkedIn has really helped people.
Let's say I'm a job seeker. So when I try to apply for any job posted on LinkedIn, right? So it shows like how many people already apply for that job, right? We can see the count. So for example, let's say 500 people already applied for that job application. So is it possible that my application will be visible to them, or company recruiter will like notice my profile because 500 profiles are already in the queue? So how it happens?
Yes, so see, if the role is still open and if it says even 500,000 or whatever number, it does not matter. If the role is still open, it's still accepting your profile, that means you still have a chance. And if your profile is matching to the role and you think you are the best candidate for that role, just apply. Because if you're not applying, thinking and seeing that number, you're losing one opportunity. You're missing one opportunity where you might be the 501 candidate, 501th candidate, and you would have got that offer. So it does not matter, that number does not matter. If it's still open accepting the profile, just go and apply and give your best shot. Make sure that your resume is matching and they can still consider you. That does not mean maybe that 500 candidates have already been rejected, or even if they are in the process, maybe you clear all the interview rounds and you get the offer. So it does not matter till it's accepting the offer. There's an option where you can still upload or you can still apply. Ideally, if a role has been filled, the company should close the role within 24 to 48 hours at max, so that more people don't apply. Or they can be situation where they have a same opportunity, same level role or something open again. So maybe they have still open it because they want to hire a same candidate or for the same level or same role, maybe in another team or in the same team, whatever. So that is why they are keep on like asking for a new candidate. So you should apply for it. If you don't get an interview call or a reply back, just move on. I mean, that is one thing I've learned in my life, that just move on, wait for it some time, but don't stick to it, or don't be like, okay, if I'm not getting an interview call for this role, I should just like there's something wrong with me, right? I mean, don't ever think about that. Just move on.
Talking about the next question, Nikita. So being an active job seeker, even in the beginning, you mentioned about this thing that build a network. So this is the common problem. How should I build my network on LinkedIn, and how should I approach different people to get referrals as well?
Yep. So I think I have always, this quote has always proved right in my own experiences, like networking is your net worth, right? I mean, that is like a proven fact. And the reason why I'm saying is like, if you have a very strong network of people around you within your network, even if you are like in a place where you got laid off, you lost your job, or you're looking for a new job opportunity, these people will always be there for vouching for you, right? They can always refer you, they will always keep you in mind, and they can always reach out to you saying that, hey Shashank, this opening has been open in my company or in my team, would you like to interview for it? And if the opening and the opportunities are amazing, then obviously you would like to explore it, and you might get an offer. So try to make sure that you have network where people know about your skill set, people know what you are making and what you can do it. And there has been a situation recently, just a few days back. I mean, I won't quote the company name, but the company gave the founder of the company reached out, and they were like, we were like seeing your graph from last things from when you started your FAANG path, your organization startup, and we want to talk more about it. So I talked to the founder, and he gave me an offer over the call. So he was like, this is a job link, and I really feel that you are perfect fit for it. So would you like to explore? And I'm like, no, I'm not looking for an opportunity, because I just changed it, right? So you never know within your network who is tracking your graph, who's tracking your path, and when they can come and they can say, hey, we want to talk more, and that can turn out to be an offer. So I was not expecting, I was not even hoping, and I was not even aware that the person is tracking what I'm doing in my career, right? So that is the beauty of networking, and that's what have proven, at least in my career, and I've seen it like multiple cases like that. So try to do that, but try to be very, very professional. I mean, I don't know how, and I mean, literally a week back again, a candidate reached out to me, he changed my gender. And not only one time, three times in the same message. So I mean, you can understand. I mean, even I replied back, and I'm like, hey, I mean, obviously my reaction was same like what you did it, but I was thinking myself like how someone can do that mistake. And it's a big mistake, right? I mean, it's not like, and this is not even like one time, three times he changed my gender in the same message. So my reaction is like, you have to understand that you are missing one opportunity. That opportunity would have turned into a referral, that opportunity might turn into a job offer, that opportunity might have turned into like a lot of amazing things, right? So you're losing that opportunity. So obviously that was a copy paste message, I mean, that's clearly visible, but it's fine to copy paste. A lot of people say that we don't want to write 100 messages, and it makes sense, but try to make sure that at least you are writing the same correct name, you are checking their profile, you're going through their sections, I'm not saying take hours and hours to do it, but at least few seconds, few minutes to just understand the profile. At least the right name should be right, the gender should be right, and obviously the roles for which you are reaching out, that should be right? So these are the few things where I've seen people doing the same repetitive mistake, and it's very, very unprofessional. So that is one thing where you can do that. The other thing which I can tell people is through LinkedIn, they can try to comment on people's like their activities on their post. So let's say you are, or I am also adding a lot of content, or if some other hiring manager, recruiters adding a lot of content, they can comment on their post, and they can try to engage with the person. And when you engage with the person, then person will get a notification, right? So when a person will get a notification, they will see your profile for sure. And if they are hiring for a relevant profile role, or maybe in their company team is hiring, they are for sure will remember you, and they can give an interview call.
So that's great, Nikita. And I will end up this session with one last final question, and that is basically to understand your perspective, Nikita, like how easy or difficult is it for someone to get hired via LinkedIn? Because we know we have the different job portals as well. And honestly, I do remember last time I used this job portal in 2018 or something. After that, I'm like continuously using this LinkedIn to get any sort of opportunities. I didn't even use those job portals. But what's your perspective on that thing? Like, how do you compare it?
Yeah, so I think I am a strongest advocate of LinkedIn, and I think the reason is because for me LinkedIn has always worked. Like, I've tried multiple other platforms as well. It's not that I'm trying or using LinkedIn since ages. I have used different, I'm not quoting or naming anyone, but none of the other websites have worked ever for me. I mean, it's only through LinkedIn, either through referral, through networking, or directly recruiters reaching out to me. And I have got multiple offers across the globe, like not only just like within the same country, but people have reached out who were, I mean, even I was not aware how I'm getting this call. So when I got to that level and the right thing came out, okay, it's through LinkedIn. So that is where I think I've seen, and it's easy, and it can only be easy by making sure that your profile is updated from top to bottom, and each and every section is updated to that level that no one can stop you to get in that interview call. and to get you hired at any point of time. So make sure that it's updated and always updated. Like, it's not that you are updating it because you're looking for a job today. It should be updated always. So as I said, once you start your new job, you can start updating it. Obviously it takes time, not you can't update it at one time, but keep on updating it. And on the same hand, make sure that it's updated to a point that each and every section is there whenever you're doing a small thing in your professional career.
We can conclude on this part, like the LinkedIn is definitely is something from where you can get the job easily if you are using it in an efficient way and compared to any other job portal. And I definitely agree with you, Nikita, on that part. I even didn't get any sort of relevant opportunities ever from those sort of job portals. So that's what we had for you guys in this podcast. I hope whatever like information Nikita has shared about the LinkedIn optimization, getting the job notifications, interview calls across the globe, and whatever suggestions she has advised, make sure to apply it and just use this podcast in the best form. And after making those changes, I can definitely guarantee you it will definitely help you to land in a very, very good company. So again, thank you so much, Nikita, for giving your time and sharing this wonderful information with the audience, and hope we will collaborate again soon. If audience will let us know in the comment they want any other kind of session from you, I will definitely bring you back and we'll create that session. But yeah, thank you so much.
Sure. Thank you again, Shashank. And I hope this session is going to create a lot of like amazing comments where people can update their LinkedIn profile and they can start getting interview calls. So I will be waiting and definitely reading more comments, and hope to be again back with an amazing session again. Thank you a lot for having this session.
So I hope you guys have enjoyed every single information provided by the Nikita. If yes, and you find it informative, make sure to like it in the big numbers so that it can reach to maximum number of people. Share your thoughts, provide your inputs in the comment section, and if you're new to my channel, then make sure to subscribe and press the notification icon. I'll see you guys in the next video with another amazing stuff. Till then, just stay safe, stay home, take care of yourself and your family too.